And then so I'll share the screen, and I guess you can see the slide. And so Businur Polat is joining us. Okay, good. Here there is the case about Mr. and Mrs. Barton. And we should make a list of possible statements that we might use to reassure the parents in this situation. I mean, the statements that look like number 3, for example, number number 7, where we use the second conditional structure. Let us read the case and ask to read it. Let us listen to Mustafa Sabir. Is Mustafa here?
Yes. Make a list of possible statements you might use to reassure the parents in this situation. Mr. and Mrs. Barton are anxious that their child report, who has had several bouts of febrile convulsions, may develop epilepsy. Epilepsy reassures Mr. and Mrs. Barton that their 3-year-old child is non-suffering from epilepsy, and reassures that about the future.
So what would you say as a doctor to the parents in this situation? Mustafa, can you think of any phrase?
I think I will tell him this disease not dangerous for their child, and because their child very old. I think
is just old enough, 3-year-old child, yes?
Yes.
I see. Mohammed Nabil, please.
Yeah, I would say that the boy had several bouts of verbal convulsion, and this could develop, but we could avoid this.
How?
I will give them some steps they could follow to avoid this development.
Okay. So, and if you use the second conditional structure, what would you say? If it were epilepsy, yes? So the bouts would be would happen more often, yes, like this. Or we, yes, you are right that we can avoid the development of epilepsy, and we can say that the bouts of febrile convulsion are very common with young children. So they have some bouts when the temperature is high, yes, so it happens to them. Okay, and there are some more cases here, 3 more cases on the following page. So we should also reassure the parents about the future. A mother or father presents with a child So the first case, let us listen to Busaina. Busaina, please. Are you here? Is Busaina here? No. Tala,
Yes, teacher.
read number 1, please.
Okay. Who has pricked his finger on dirty needles in the park? The parent is asking the child may get HIV. That's its mean AIDS.
Well, the child has pricked or punctured his finger. And the condition that the parents are worried about is HIV or AIDS. What does it mean, HIV?
It's AIDS.
Yes?
It's AIDS.
Oh, yes, this is the human immunodeficiency virus. Yes?
Yes.
And AIDS, you know,
the virus
acquired
AIDS.
immune deficiency syndrome. Okay, so what would you say in this situation to worried parents? Tala.
I think I can tell him I can assure to the parents that your child does not suffer from AIDS. Just he need some to needless to treatment this injection
What kind of injection?
to prick it his finger. Just he need to take needles. Just
Okay. Thank you. Mohammed Nabil.
Yeah, about HIV, they is afraid about it. I will told them that HIV can't live outside the body for a long time, so it's not possible to for the child to have HIV.
Okay. And the doctor should also check whether the child was vaccinated. Yes, from against the like tetanus. So which is
this
yes, who is speaking?
Me, Tala.
Yes, Tala.
I think the doctor should be make some test for the child to make he is sure from that the HIV.
Yes, yes. So okay, yes, some tests. And also just check the needle that the child has just used. I mean that because there actually this disease, it takes time just to identify this disease actually. Okay, so the second case here, let us listen to Yosif, please read it. Yosif, hello? No, Yosif. Shema?
Who has pricked his finger on a dirty needle in the
Number
park?
two.
Number two. Sorry.
Yeah.
Who is about to have an MMR vaccination?
Do we remember what MMR stands for? Mumps, measles, and rubella. Yes? And the parents are worried about this vaccination. As a doctor, what would you say to the parents, Shema?
It's a very good vaccination. It will help from diseases in the future, prevent diseases.
Mhm. What are the parents normally afraid of in case of vaccination? Are they afraid of vaccination or something else?
The baby getting sick.
The child will get sick, and they're afraid of complications and side effects, right? So that the child will develop some complications. Mhm. And so as a doctor, you should just tell them, give them instructions how to avoid complications, right? What to do in case of high increased temperature or some kind of more serious conditions. Mhm. And you should just, the parents should keep an eye on their child and just inform the doctor about all the changes in the condition of the child. Okay, case 3, let us listen to Dilara.
Yes, doctor.
Mhm.
3 or MMR vaccination.
Number 3.
Okay. Who has swallowed a small silver coin?
Mhm. Okay, what would you recommend to the child, to the child's parents? Yes.
Child.
Is there anything to worry about? Dilara?
Yes.
Yes. What should they worry about?
The coin pass through the digestive system and is expelled within a day. However, it's necessary
Mhm.
keep a keen eye on your child.
Mhm. How to keep an eye on your child? Should the parents check whether the coin went out or just forget about this?
I think if you suspect your child swallowed a non-toxic foreign object, such as a small bead or coin, but your child does not immediately show acute symptoms,
Mhm.
keep on eye on them for at least one day.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, just to make sure that this object doesn't block anything inside the body. Yes. And then so the child can get rid of it in a natural way. Okay, good. And so there is one more listening task, a lot of listening today. So sharing experiences with colleagues. The doctor is speaking about his experience. So sharing experiences with colleagues to obtain feedback and advice is a necessary part of the learning process. So listen to a doctor training in pediatrics, talking to a colleague about a child who had febrile convulsions, and answer the questions. Actually, in the questions, there is a kind of alternative. For example, was the doctor confident or nervous, or organized or disorganized? So just choose only one option, which I suggested here in most of the sentences. Now let's start listening, and then we will discuss, we'll answer these questions.
Listening 3.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
doctor.
Listening 3.
In the end, I felt I handled the situation better than at the beginning. At first, I got the child's name wrong. I was very nervous and unsure of myself, as I didn't have time to look at the notes made by the nurse or talk to her. This is just down to bad organisation. I felt the parents didn't like this, and it made them a bit edgy. But I recovered myself very quickly and as I became more confident in what I was doing, the parents became relaxed and the child became less agitated. I was very pleased because they thanked me for being sensitive and being gentle with the child. I could see they appreciated the fact that I made an effort to make them feel comfortable. While overall everything went well, I learnt quite a lot from this experience. I should be more patient and prepare myself before talking to a patient. If I was short of time again, I would speak to the nurse first and get the basic details right. It is, in the end, all about teamwork and respecting the contribution of colleagues.
Okay, so Bere, are you here, Bere?
Yes, I am here.
So read the first question, please.
Yes.
Read
Was
it.
the doctor confident or nervous initially?
Initially, at the beginning. Can you answer this question?
Nervous.
Yes, right. The doctor was nervous. So
Yes.
then, Esginur, please, question number 2.
Was the doctor organized or disorganized? Disorganized.
Yes, disorganized. He didn't talk. He didn't know the name of the patient. Yes. So this is about the organization of the process. Okay. So Businur, please. Businur. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Was the doctor empathic or insensitive at first? He was insensitive.
Yes, and the parents felt this. They didn't like this. Okay. Then Jerian, please.
Did the parents and the child become less or more tense? More tense.
Actually, they were tense at the beginning, but then when the doctor improved, the doctor says became more relaxed, actually. Yes, so it means less tense. Okay, number 5 is for Yehya. Yehya, hello.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow you.
Number 5, please. Yehya, read it.
5. Did the doctor feel the consultation generally went well or badly?
So you didn't listen to the conversation, right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Who can answer this question? How did the doctor feel? Was the consultation? Yes, please.
Number 5.
Yes.
Did the doctor feel the consultation generally went well or badly? It will be well.
Yes, he says at the beginning it was a little bit. There was some kind of tense, and everyone was nervous, but generally everything was all right. So number 6, Mustafa.
Did the doctor feel the consultation generally went
Number
well
6.
or badly?
6.
I'm sorry. Did the doctor learn a little or a lot from experience? I think learn a lot from experience.
What did he learn from the experience? Did he learn how to work in a team? Mohammad Nabil knows.
He learned that he must be more patient. And he have to prepare before that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, number 7, Buseina. Busaina? Hello? Is Busaina here? Tala?
Number 7. Would the doctor change anything in his approach or do the same again next time? He said that will listen again, same do something in the next time.
Do what? He would
Change, change in his approach.
Actually, he says he would talk to a nurse first. Yes. And
Yes.
he would prepare better just for the consultation. Okay. And
Listening.
Now we are going to read the article about vaccination. And so I've divided it into several parts. And here this is the first part. And you see that in some sentences there are some gaps. So we need to complete the sentences with the sentence, part of the sentence A or part of the sentence B. So just in order to do this, we need to understand what the article is about. Now let us listen to Yosif. Will you start reading? Yosif, hello.
Okay. Yes, doctor. The objective of the immunization program, 1, for all eligible individual, over 19% of individuals will circumvent to measles and mumps and rubella and antibodies after the first dose of the MMR vaccines
currently
used in the UK, teacher and Greek to 2000 and antibody responses from pre-licensed studies may be higher, however, than clinical protection underwritten use to confers give protection in the around 19% of individuals for measles. More a 1994 medical researchers concluded in 1977 a single dose of rubella containing vaccine confers around 95 to 100% protection, and Plotkin and Ornstein 2004 a single dose of the mumps as containing vaccines used in
vaccine.
Vaccine used in the UK confers between 61 and 91% protection against mumps, and Plotkin and Ornstein 2004 chapter 20.
Actually, yes. Actually, these just information which is given in brackets. This is the link to the reference to the scientific research done by these authors, Fischer and Görker, in 2002, for example. And after the article, the author of the article is going to give the full name of this article written by these researchers. Okay, And so what is missing in number 1? So which sentence, A or B, should we use in number 1? Yusuf. Something is missing here. So objective, this is the subject. There is no verb. Yes? Which sentence has a verb? Starts with the verb. A or B?
A.
A starts with the capital letter and it starts with the noun, evidence. B sentence starts with the verb, yes? Yes, so read it. The objective of
is to provide to doses of MMR vaccine at appropriate intervals.
For all eligible individuals, yes? And so then in number 2, start the sentence with A now. Yusuf.
Evidence shows that a single dose of the measles containing vaccine.
So confers protection in around 90% of individuals for measles, yes? Okay, and here in the second line, there is the word seroconvert. Over 90% of individuals will seroconvert to measles. It means change from negative into positive to measles, mumps, and rubella. It means the vaccine does what it was made for, yes? Okay, so very just a high percent of protection from after the first dose of MMR vaccine. Okay, the second part of the text, let us listen to Shema. Read it, please. Shema?
Yes, doctor. A more recent study in the UK suggested that a single dose of MMR is around 64% effective against mumps. Therefore,
what do you choose, C or D?
D.
Okay, read it.
2 doses of MMR are required to produce satisfactory protection against measles, mumps, and rubella.
Okay. Continue, please, Shema.
Okay. MMR is recommended when protection against measles, mumps, and or rubella is required. MMR vaccine can be given irrespective of a history of measles, mumps, or rubella infection or vaccination. There are no ill effects from immunizing such individuals because they have pre-existing immunity that stops replication, copying of the vaccine viruses.
Okay, and the last part. So, who would like to read it? No one? Dilara, please.
Yes, the first dose of MMR should be given at any time, after the first birthday. Immunization before 13 months of age provide earlier protection in localities, where the risk of measles is higher. The optimal age chosen for scheduling children is therefore a compromise between risk of disease and level of protection. If a dose of MMR is given before the first birthday, either because of travel to an endemic country or because of a local outbreak, then this dose should be ignored. And yes.
So what is missing
but
in
when I
yes
when I look to the book, it shows 7 options to choose from, not 2 or 3. I
Because-
think
okay
6.
Yes, 6 what?
6 is G.
6 is G.
To further dose.
No.
Okay, and 5 is C. Ideality at
Yes.
13 months of age, and
Uh-huh.
6 is but residual maternal antibody may reduce the response rate to the vaccine.
Okay, and the final?
Final D. I think 2 further doses given at the recommended times after the first birthday and preschool.
Yes, it's interesting that the remaining maternal antibodies may reduce the response rate to the vaccine. That is why the second dose of MMR is given later. So just like here on this diagram, the first dose like at the age of 12 or 15 months, for example, and the second dose at the age of 4, 6 years old. So their body will have time to produce some antibodies for these diseases, against the diseases. Okay, so, and let us speak about the home assignment. The home assignment. You had a chance to create the video, and the following home assignment is also connected with the video recording. This time the video is called "Why I Want to Be a Doctor." So you should just think of a plan of what you are going to speak about, or you may just write it, just study, and then you should speak about this looking at the camera, so I can see your face, just not only not the text of the essay. In your story, you should speak about like the factors that made you wish to become a doctor. It can be like family tradition in some cases, or personal beliefs, childhood dream, desire to help people, and other factors that influenced your decision to become a doctor. Then you should also speak about whether it's easy to get a medical education and where you plan to work as a doctor after you've finished your education. And you should also speak about the attitude of people towards doctors in your own country. It should be like the story, not just the answers to the questions. You shouldn't just read the question, give the answer, read the question, give the answer. No, you just speak about this, but mention this, like these questions are like the outline to your story. Or you may speak about some other things if you wish, yes? Well, and so I mean that you should like make 2-3 minute video record of your story, and you should upload the video to your YouTube channel as you've done for this week, and don't upload the video to the Moodle site. So just the link. You just upload it to the video, to YouTube channel, and give the link to, send the link to the Moodle site. Just then I'll use it to watch. Do you have any questions about the home assignment?